everybody, Mr. Mobs here and welcome back to the channel. Just a quick message before we start today's video to thank everybody who's recently subscribed to the channel. We've got a goal set out of 500 subscribers and I think currently we're on around about 320. So just wanted to thank everybody who has already subscribed and all the nice comments and the rest of it on the videos. Really is appreciated, all your support. And for those of you that are watching now and haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it if you do hit that subscribe button and help out the community. Do it just for the love of VR. Don't get paid for this. So really appreciate all the kind words and support. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the video. Hello everybody, Mr. Mobs here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're playing a bit of Contractors Showdown. It is the fourth and final open beta. It's due to go on sale, I believe, still this month, later on this month, so April 2024. Like I say, this is the final beta. I have played, I think there's been 4 open betas up until now. And I've played all of them, so I've spent quite a bit of time in the game. Probably not as much time as some of you guys watching this, but hopefully enough time to give you a bit of an honest opinion as to what I think and where the game is at the moment. So starting off then, I give you a bit of background. I normally play Population 1. I'm a big Population 1 fan, which is also a battle royale style game. So that there's a lot of comparisons online between Population 1 and this game, and I guess I want to cover that point off first. So coming into this game straight away, I would say that although there are similarities, there are obvious differences, and I think the player base will merge, but there's going to be clearly people that prefer the Pop 1 style game over Contractors and vice versa. So to me, Population 1 is a bit more of a kind of arcade style feel to it, I guess, a little bit more pick up and play. This has got a little bit more kind of depth to it. There's the kind of some of the mechanisms, the gun mechanisms, and just the whole game mechanics, I guess, are a little bit more advanced on this game. That's not belittling Population 1 in any kind of way, but just saying there's some kind of clear differences there. Obviously, the map on this is a lot larger than in Pop 1, as is the amount of players that you can have playing at any one time. Excuse me. So there are a few obvious differences there. Now the gameplay itself, I really enjoy the kind of the flow of Population 1. It's quite a fast game, and it's got quite a good pace to it. I find Contractors, now this might just be because I need to learn how to play the game better, but I find the pace of Contractors a lot slower. Um, I, and obviously I'm going to mention it, but the loading, so the loading into each game, the lobbies and the pre-game lobby. So first of all, you've got to click on matchmaking to get yourself in the game lobby. That can take a little while. It eventually drops in, and then you're in the pre-game lobby. Now, you've got to wait for the lobby to fill up with up to 60 players, I believe. Now, understandably, that's going to take a bit of time. So I don't want to be too critical on this part because I do get it. I know why it is the way it is. And you know what, it's kind of forgivable because the game's pretty good. Problem is though, is I don't get as much time to play VR as I used to, or my game sessions are normally a lot smaller than they used to be. So coming on to play a quick game of Contractors isn't quite as easy as going on to play a quick game of Pop. You can be in a game relatively quickly, whereas this it takes a little bit longer. So I guess, I mean, you could say that's a negative, but it's also a positive because, like I say, the amount of players you do get in the game is a bigger game, bigger map. So, there's going to be that trade-off, that sacrifice. Worth noting as well, I'm talking about everything I'm talking about this game is obviously in its beta form. When it gets released to the general public, there may well be more players on there. at the moment the beta's free to play, whereas you're gonna have to pay for it when it's released. So whether that will equal itself out, I don't know. Um, but yeah, so I can only comment on how it is so far. And so please bear that in mind through this entire video, that this is all based on a beta build. It's not the final build. Although I expect the final build to be fairly similar, but the player base might be different. So yeah, anyway, the actual game itself, the game mechanics, I do really enjoy. When you first play this game, if you've never played it before, um, you're going to have to stick with it for a little while, because there is a learning curve to it. You do have to learn how each of the guns work. There's a tutorial. If you're like me, you'll go through the tutorial, you get to the end of it, you start playing the game, and then you've got to try and remember all the stuff that happened in the tutorial and fail miserably. So straight away, you're not going to go in, you're not going to necessarily win games straight away. You've got to accept that, you're going in, you're going to learn, about the game, learn how it all works. All right. um, and there's quite a lot to it. So you've got all the gun mechanics, you've got the backpack. The backpack is a similar sort of idea to Ghost of Tabor, and I actually found out Into the Radius as well has got a very similar sort of style there as well. They're all on the kind of same game engine, I guess. So yeah, anyway, the backpack, the healing system, all that kind of stuff. There's all like it's like a you've got to learn how to use each of these features, as well as kind of buying stuff in game. You could buy different loadouts and all the rest of it, a bit like Warzone. If you played Warzone, a lot of this kind of stuff will be fairly familiar, I guess. It's just trying to work out how exactly it all works. Even like putting on the armor plates, that can be a little bit of a struggle to begin with. But these are all things that you do learn, and as you learn, it will help you out. It can be a bit frustrating sometimes when you see like you've got the advantage on an enemy, you can see them, you know where they are, and then you get caught out because you can't reload your gun quite as quickly as you should be able to, or something like that. So yeah, it can be a little bit frustrating, but definitely stick with it. It's quite fun once you work everything out. There are a few bits that I have reported in the Discord, as I feel that they're kind of bugs. One of them is going up the ladders. I find it almost impossible to go up and get off of a ladder. So I can climb up the ladder, but when I get to the top of the ladder, I can't pull myself over to get up on like the roof or wherever it is it's leading to. I've tried several times, to the point now where I just kind of avoid ladders, because again, if I'm in a game and I'm in a gun battle, I can't be getting stuck on ladders. Similar sort of thing through vaulting through windows. So you can vault over fences, vault through windows. Vault over fences can be a bit tricky, but I find windows worse, because when you try and vault over a window, not always the case, but sometimes you kind of get stuck midway through the window. And again, quite frustrating if you're in the middle of a gun battle. You don't want it. You're a nice, smooth kind of mechanic there. So they've definitely got some stuff, in my opinion, to work out. It's not um, quite as smooth gameplay as Population One is, but there's a lot more to it. So I try and give them a bit more lenience in these things, because the game is trying to achieve a lot more. So you would expect there to be more things to try and kind of work out. So you see, once the game's loaded up, you end up in a back of a Chinook, or I don't know, Hercules, some sort of big old aircraft, which you jump out of. Again, it's very similar to Warzone. It's got a parachute mechanic that works quite well. When I first started using it, I did feel a little bit motion sickness, but I don't now. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know whether I got used to it. I've been playing VR for years, but yeah, for some reason, the last few times I played, it's been fine. So maybe I have just got accustomed to it, or maybe they've made some slight changes. Really don't know. But either way, it seems to be a lot better for me. So yeah, you jump out the plane, you mark where you want to land, try and stick together with your team and take out the other team. So it's all fairly classic battle royale stuff. Um, Graphically, it's really good. If you consider the size of the map, the graphics are really good. I'm playing the Steam VR version, so it's obviously a bit better, and the draw distance and stuff is further than playing on a standalone version. But I have also played the standalone version, and that does hold up really well. So don't be put off. You don't need to be playing in Steam VR to have a good experience, you can definitely play on the standalone and it'll still be good. I think it's only available on the Quest as standalone. I don't think you can get it on the Pico. I might be wrong there, but as far as I'm aware, that's your option there. Just trying to think what else I want to say about this game. So yeah, I mean it's quite. Now the only thing I haven't really tried, and it has held me back a little bit, is I've not really had a proper squad to be consistently squadding up with. So I'm playing with a bunch of randoms most of the time. I did add a few friends from some of you guys that watched my previous videos, but then when the new beta come about, all my friends list had wiped. So don't know what happened there. But yeah, basically all the squads that I've been playing with are all just randoms that I've hooked up with. There's this really nice people have really helped me out, like how to kind of learn the game, and if you're short on ammo or guns and stuff, they'll be quick to hand them over and help you, or that's my experience anyway. So yeah, that's really nice. But I think what makes Population 1 so much fun is that I've built up a big old player base of people that I can regularly play with. So it's quite a nice community there. You know each other, you jump on and you have some games, and it's much more fun than playing that solo. And I think the same's probably to be said about this game, but unfortunately, Billy No Mates, I've not really had the opportunity to regularly squad up with people on this, so I can't give you my honest opinion there, but I suspect the game becomes a lot more fun when you're playing it with a proper squad rather than some randoms that may well be doing their own thing. I will buy this game, I think, when it comes out. I think I will make the purchase. I don't know if I'll get it straight away or not. I'm not sure. Not sure how much they're going to charge for it as well. I'm not sure that it's going to take me away from Population 1. I think that I will probably play both of them. Again, it's going to depend on like the loading times and things like that. But I think with Population 1, like I say, I can have a really quick game. So if I'm on my lunch break at work and I've got a bit of time, I can jump on and I know that I'm going to be in a game pretty quick. It's not quite the same here, and actually one of the frustrations that I've had is that I've had quite limited time to record footage for this video, and so it kind of compresses everything because I'm trying to get all the video stuff ready and all the rest of it, and then by the time I do that and I load into a game, I'm almost like half an hour into my game time. So yeah, like I say, I kind of already covered it, but that's kind of probably the biggest showstopper here for me will just be the time constraints. It's not down to the actual gameplay at all. The gameplay is great, but just having the time to start up a game and play it properly. I think that's probably about all I have to say on this game for now. I will, as the final beta, so this is the final kind of beta review that you'll get from me. I may well possibly do a follow-up video when I buy the game, when it's officially released and I've had a bit more chance to play it. Hopefully by that time I'll have some squads play with, and yeah, just be able to give you an overview of the game in its live environment. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope I haven't bored you too much. I'll leave you with you watching a little bit of gameplay. Apologies, I'm not very good at the game, but at least you might get to see what the game looks like, or what it looks like to lose a game. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.
I'll get over there. Head towards my team. That's annoying. That wasn't very nice of you, was it? Come on, man. So, that's not in the spirit of things, is it? Look, old Jackson